Do you often sit in front of a computer or smartphone and for some reason look at what is happening in others' lives as something exciting and interesting? You're not alone. The cynicism that reality is too mundane to be real is something which occupies the minds of a number of people. But here's the truth. It's not about the fun that you are deprived of, it's about how you look at your mundane life. This video goes into the details of why you get such a feeling of drudgery and ways through which your existence can be turned into one worth living. Imagine my surprise if you let the people in your life know that powerful changes begin with the seemingly inconsequential decisions. What may leave you more shocked is the fact that enhancing your life's quality does not always demand great transformations or alterations. Rather, it is about positing the idea of micro-change and indeed change by accepting the value of personal development. Here, in this video, you will not only listen why life seems to be mundane at the moment, but also how to change your routine and potentially, how to build a much more exciting future for yourself. Therefore, are you ready to escape from cycle of boring and pressuring? In this mode, it is time to glance at how you can change your outlook and begin to earn money with money. Come with me. Let me take you on this discovery and explore ways in which your life can be the best it can be instead of being just ordinary. Life is often such that it seems to recycle the same actions over and over again, isn't it? From the time we wake up right up to the time the head hits the pillow again, it is all about those mundane routines which are not really glamorous. Of course, swiping your social media feed might give you an idea that life is all about fun and traveling, while for others, it's about waking up, going to work and coming back for more sleep, perhaps with a dose of Netflix. This can make the routine be like a pressure cooker where people are constantly looking forward to having a better life that looks like those other people's high performance that they crave for. But here's the kicker. But the fact is that something ordinary can actually become an occasion for personal development. This way people begin to realize that, hey, there is no reason for life to be boring and we can actually find beauty in everything that comes our way. For instance, rather than feeling grumpy because of the traffic in the morning, one can listen to an interesting podcast or an audiobook that triggers interest and curiosity. Such a change can turn a monotonous affair into a way of expanding one's knowledge and developing as a person, thus opening the way for the best of future perspectives. At the same time, recall that adopting them also results in tangible progress during the process of the continual advancement of a company. Think about it. So, let's imagine you decided to spend 10 minutes of the working day and read the book of your choice. Well, maybe write a gratitude journal where you jot down all the good things that occurred during the day. It is at this level that these micro-changes can accumulate, improving the quality of life and the quality of the care you can offer to yourself and your family in the long term. But then as you realize the unfulfilling and empty lives portrayed in these glamour magazines that you wish to attain are mere projections, you begin to realize that they don't matter in your life. I have found that it is very common when we look at life to find ourselves trapped by the story we tell ourselves. It's always what we deem to be the positive aspects, success and happiness, whereas they say little or nothing on the micro details that constitute our lives on a daily basis. This may result to feeling of dissatisfaction with life, seeing that the ordinary days are not as interesting or as exciting as what is depicted on social media. Sometimes it feels like we are in a movie and good scenes are rare and we feel like we are deprived of a particular fun. Still, the awareness of this gap between the narrative and reality can be liberating and motivates the process of personal change. Instead of wanting a perfect life like the one shown on social media, we can learn to appreciate our own lives and moments. For example, it is possible to embrace such achievements as getting through a tough project at work or keeping up with the exercising regimen. These are some of the small steps in building a better life, and although they may not be as glamorous as a Hawaiian holiday. And, let me not forget to mention, that each of those steps is significant and necessary on the way to high performers. In addition, accepting the circumstances in our lives makes us capable of having much more realistic goals as we are alive to face the realities. What we can do, instead of giving in to the pressure of changing something drastically as quick as possible, is building it up step by step. It may therefore be about setting an hour or so in a week to master a new trade or skill or spend some hours randomly helping those in need in the society. All of these activities are not only a positive addition to our lives, but also the way to narrate a story to which we contribute and which makes our existence valuable. Thus, if we change the course, we can have a purposeful life with a plenty of positive experiences instead of pursuing the so-called perfect life. As it has been mentioned before, life is like a never-ending cycle where people go through monotonous chores and struggles along with never-ending pressure to do more and more. But the secret of achieving a better life can only be found in micro changes. This is to mean that minor positive changes that we make to our overall lifestyle eventually cause a shift in our lives for the better. Time management could be defined as making choices based on one's values instead of always pursuing the next best thing. There is one great idea that can be considered as micro-change: the practice of gratitude. There should be more practice of gratitude in that a person should spend some time every day pondering on what they have and be grateful. This could be as basic as acknowledging the sunrise, the joy that you get from being with friends, or being able to acquire knowledge. When you start changing the orientation of thinking to look for abundance in your life, you will begin to relieve the pressure of constant change and start enjoying your life in a new way. There is another innovation with potential for significant change at the micro level: time for personal growth. It may mean reading the book that motivated you, listening to the podcast, or doing something creative that you love. Thus, if you take even a few hours daily in activities that enrich the mind and spirit, you are likely going to find the dreary tasks of the day more endurable, the road to a better tomorrow more obvious. I'm referring to the regular progress that has to be attained, even if it is not a perfect one at first glance. Having gone through the application of micro-changes and the relationship between a person's actions and accepted and espoused values, it is time to apply this knowledge. Ask yourself, people always ask what they can do today to improve their quality of life. It may mean dedicating time for a creative passion or interest in them, or going out to volunteer to help people in one's community. Please note, even a small step that you make would be helpful to make your life improved. With this mindset, now that you now want to start improving and growing into a better person, do not overlook the fact that even in this aspect, it is important to take time and revel on your accomplishments, no matter how small they may seem. Now imagine what you have achieved and let the results of your efforts act as a driving force to go on. High result performance may therefore be achieved through consistency and diligence in implementing the above laid down strategies. If you want more information on how to produce a brighter future and more videos like this, be sure to subscribe to our channel and enable notification. We will be continuing to give you more content, tips and tricks to enable you to get through some of the hurdles of life and be the best person you can be. Let us stand hand in hand to pledge to avoid living a dull life. Well, therefore, may I ask, what are you still waiting for? Begin to implement those micro changes beginning today, and you will notice the positive changes taking place in your life. It is time to be the director of your own life's movie, which is possible when you make the right decisions today. Let's do this. That's it for today. I hope I was able to contribute something in this course. Thank you and goodbye. Watch out for the next video that we will be posting. Have a great day.